But he was just gutted, devastated. And I said, what do you want to do? You know, he said, I want to rematch Bivol. I know I can beat him. I said, but, you know, obviously you got to be right, because back-to-back defeats for Canelo Alvarez is not a good look. No, I will not lose again.
It's my time, and I feel in my prime, and I enjoy this kind of moment. I feel I'm in my prime. I feel more confident, more strong, and everything.
I honestly believe today nobody can beat Canelo Alvarez.
Ever since the European assassin Canelo Alvarez got assassinated by Bivol, the million-dollar question have been, will Canelo Alvarez activate his rematch clause? Because during the post-fight press conference, Canelo Alvarez was having doubts about the Bivol rematch, where he wasn't 100% sure he wanted the rematch. He said he has to talk it over with his team, which is pretty ironic knowing the fact that Canelo Alvarez keeps going on about wanting to avenge his loss to Floyd Mayweather. Now all of a sudden, he's second-guessing having a rematch with Bivol after losing every single round to Bivol, just like he did with Floyd Mayweather. But remember, Canelo never wanted a rematch with Floyd Mayweather either. He never demanded a rematch until Floyd Mayweather retired. Nevertheless, as soon as news came out that Bivol payday against Canelo Alvarez was frozen, now all of a sudden Canelo Alvarez came out and said that he wants the Bivol rematch. Eddie Hearn revealed that Canelo Alvarez told him, quote, I will not lose again in a rematch with Bivol. And he assured Eddie Hearn that he wants the rematch, so hopefully Canelo Alvarez is a man of his word, because all Canelo Alvarez has to do is activate his rematch clause. If he doesn't, then we all know this is all talk to save face. I mean, to make matters worse, Bivol already said to eliminate any excuse that's coming out of Canelo Alvarez's mouth, he's willing to go down to 168 pounds to fight Canelo Alvarez for undisputed, a weight Canelo claims is his best prime weight. Therefore, if Canelo Alvarez does activate the rematch clause and politics doesn't come into play in order to save face for Canelo, then I predict there's a high probability that Bivol will knock Canelo out at 168. I mean, when you have someone as delusional as Canelo who claimed that he won the fight 8 rounds to 4, he said he definitely did not lose. Apparently, Canelo have been hanging out with Teofimo Lopez heavy. We talking about a guy who lost every single minute of every single round, claim he won 8 rounds to 4. The only thing Canelo Alvarez beat is Teofimo Lopez's level of delusion. That's what's gonna get Canelo knocked out against Bivol. He doesn't even want to face reality. Canelo said that the judges misinterpreted some of the exchanges when he was on the ropes because he wasn't really getting hit. He was rolling with the shots, which, like I said on my previous video of Canelo Alvarez sparring Oscar Valdez, I pointed out how Canelo Alvarez, instead of deflecting and using the shoulder roll, he's deflecting punches with his face by using his own technique, the face roll. In addition to that, Canelo Alvarez's trainer said that Bivol was hard to hit in the face. So apparently Canelo Alvarez started to aim at Bivol arms instead, as if the arms are a scoring area. Wow, how skillful by Canelo Alvarez. That's an amazing adjustment. No wonder he thought he won the fight. In the meantime, Bivol was whooping Canelo Alvarez with 8 punches combo by throwing 4 punches combo, then pushing Canelo to make him readjust and replacing his hands and position, then hitting him with 4 more punches and controlling him afterwards, enabling Canelo to counter. That's how Bivol won the fight. Canelo only relies on his power to bully people. If he can't knock you out or hurt you, before you know it, he already lost. He cannot make adjustments. Skills pay the bills, not excuses.
168 for all of belts, of course it's good. Yeah, it's good. Why not? Yeah.
It's not about it's not about who bigger. It's fight about who's good boxer, who can use his skills, whose skills better.
I think that excuse with the weight just doesn't make sense because Dmitry
exactly the same weight. He's not a big guy. He's not Zurdo Ramirez or those guys who weighs 200 pounds. Dmitry is 185, 188 walk around. So it just doesn't make sense. All the weight issues and stuff like that. Dmitry was accepting 168.
Yeah, I remember that.
He wanted that fight because he wants all the belts.
The irony of it all, Canelo Alvarez said, "No excuses," right after he lost to Bivol. A few moments later, he made a million excuses to why he lost to Bivol, which is so hypocritical because, first of all, Canelo was bigger than 90% of the opponents he fought. In fact, Caleb Smith is bigger than Bivol. And Canelo Alvarez put a beat down on Caleb Smith. Now, all of a sudden, weight is an issue when it came to Bivol. Second of all, Bivol and Canelo are literally the same weight. In fact, Canelo Alvarez probably weighed more the night of the fight. Bivol already revealed that he walks around 186, 190 pounds when he's not fighting and out of shape. On the other hand, Canelo Alvarez walks around 200 pounds when he's not fighting. When Canelo Alvarez fought Amir Khan at 155 pounds catch weight, Canelo Alvarez rehydrated to 186 pounds the night of the fight. This man gained nearly 30 pounds, so you can just imagine against Bivol what he weighted. He probably came in at 190 plus. And how is Canelo too small for Bivol, who fought at 168 before? But he's not too small for Makabu, who fights at cruiserweight. Canelo was trying to move up above light heavyweight to cruiserweight. Then, according to Eddie, Canelo was going to move up to heavyweight to fight Usyk. However, now all of a sudden, he's too small for Bivol, even though he weighted more than Bivol the night of the fight. I mean, these excuses are laughable. Canelo Alvarez already fought at light heavyweight before. This is only his 4th division. Nobody said Floyd Mayweather was too small when he moved up to his 4th division, welterweight, and whooped everybody there. Fighters outweighed Floyd by 20 pounds plus, every single one of them. But none of that matters because skills pay the bills. Floyd Mayweather even moved up another division to 154, his 5th weight division, something Canelo haven't even done yet. That's equivalence of Canelo moving up all of the way to cruiserweight to fight Usyk. Floyd moved up to his 5th weight division and whooped Oscar De La Hoya, Cotto, and Canelo Alvarez with ease. You have Mike Tyson for an instant. He was shorter and smaller than all of his opponents at heavyweight. However, he still became undisputed. Skills pay the bills. That's why Bivol is about to move down to 168 and whoop Canelo Alvarez once again, possibly stop him. To further expose Canelo as the excuse maker, the hype job, the loser, and the duck of the century. Talk about the hope insurance, having the complexion for the connection to have the ultimate protection. You hear everyone running with Canelo was chasing legacy. You hear old media say Canelo was chasing greatness, even though Canelo was chasing duckness this entire time. No one asked Canelo to fight Bivol. No one. Even his own fans, as you all see on the polls above. On top of that, how is this a legacy fight when no one picked Bivol to win? Bivol was a 5-1, 6-1 underdog. The only people that picked Bivol to win is me and Dante. We told you guys this was about to be a cherry pick that may go wrong. Just like we told you guys when Teofimo Lopez cherry-picked Kambosos and ducked Devin Haney for undisputed, that was another cherry pick that may go wrong. Therefore, if this was such a legacy fight, why no one picked Bivol to win, except of me and Dante? Because no one knew Bivol. That's why this was not a legacy fight. This was a cherry pick that went wrong. And to further proof all of that, you know how much Canelo Alvarez made against Bivol? Only $15 million guaranteed. Let me repeat that one more time. Canelo only made $15 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view against Bivol, while turning down $45 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view to fight Jamal Charlo. Canelo Alvarez was set to make $30 more million against Charlo than he did against Bivol. In fact, Canelo was set to make $40 million guaranteed against Benavidez than he did against Bivol, where he only made $15 million guaranteed. And most likely, the pay-per-view flopped as well. You don't see the numbers come out, which tells you everything you need to know. Therefore, Bivol cooking a duck was the best thing that happened to boxing, because now everything could go back to normal and ducking season is over. No more NBF leagues that Canelo Alvarez is the pioneer of. Last but not least, Canelo Alvarez keeps making excuses about the Floyd Mayweather loss till this day. Therefore, we shall see if Canelo Alvarez have the cojones to avenge his recent loss to Bivol by activating his rematch clause, because if he don't, he will be the symbol of what an embarrassment to boxing looks like. That's why DAZN and Eddie Hearn miscalculated. He should have put the bag on Devin Haney instead of Canelo Alvarez, because the way it looks like, Canelo is not going to be around for long. If he does get in the ring with the Charlos, the Andrades, the Benavidez, the David Morrells, and not even the Bivol. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below, subscribe below, and click on the notification bell to be continued on the next episode of Akhi, TV. Peace, and I'm on to the next one.